second press briefing today. Unfortunately, this briefing did not have a lot of major updates from what we discussed this morning. I can tell you that we've had an outpouring of support from our community, which is greatly appreciated. We've had 300 plus volunteers that have showed up to help canvass and search the area. We've got probably another 400 some different local folks from local fire departments and other agencies that are all here canvassing the area, searching the area. I can't, however, reassure you that we are currently searching. The crews are out in the field searching their respected areas in a grid pattern. And the lakes continue to be monitored and searched, and everybody is diligently working to find Josh. Unfortunately, that's all I have to share with you at this point.
Right, thanks for that. Just to follow up a little bit, earlier I spoke about the leads, 8 leads that we get. We're following up on that. We have since received, notifications about shoes, articles of clothing, and things of that nature that they're not what we're looking for. But the fact of the matter is that people are reporting it to us, and we're sending folks out. They're leaving it in place, because remember, too, that could be evidence for us. But they leave that in place, and we're sending crews out to go check those items. So, continue to, for those that are out helping us or anybody else that's checking their residences or around their businesses, if they see something, to give us a call, and that is, again, at that number, 513-777-2231, so we can track those leads down. As the chief said, we're still continuing to search the ponds and the grounds around the area. I will say that, we just request some respect for the family and the crews that are out there working to, just allow them the space to be able to operate and take care of the things that they need to do. Social media, I forgot to mention this earlier to you, and I want to make sure this message is out there. A lot of people go to social media for information. Just be very cautious of what you get off of social media, and make sure that any of the information that you're getting is coming from an official source. It's coming from Westchester, or it's coming from one of the other supporting agencies that are helping us out in this search for Joshua. After dark, sometime later on this evening, we will have to pare down a little bit with the volunteers out there for safety purposes and things of that nature. As you can see, the snow is starting to come down. The temperatures obviously are going to drop. I know folks are still going to be out there. They need to be paired up for those that do come out. We had a lot of support last night, and I can't say enough about that support. I know it's going to continue, but we will pare that down, and the public safety officials will still be out doing their job throughout the night. And then, of course, tomorrow morning, we'll pick that back up again. The amount of support, again, I just want to mention that, and we talked about air assets and things of that nature, is you guys most probably saw, we got a little bit of break in the weather. We had a helicopter up today. And that was fantastic, and I can't say enough for the Butler County Sheriff's Department to provide that air asset for us. They put out dive personnel for us, as well as additional manpower and resources. So just an incredible effort by everybody. So I can't say enough about the folks that have come out to help, whether it's the civilian folks that are coming out or all the members of the public safety community that are out here to assist us. So that's all I have.
Have you been able to clear any more ponds since the last time we talked? I know you guys have gone through 2 of the 8.
Yes, they have cleared a couple additional ponds, but I don't know if they have all 8.
And then the volunteers that were down there, you were told to focus south of the apartments. Was it a tip or a reason for that, or is that just area that was previously uncovered?
Yeah, this morning it was focused north, so this afternoon's focus was a little further south.
You said 300 volunteers, 400 law enforcement, firefighters, that sort of thing. So we're saying at least 700 people out here, maybe more.
Several hundred people, give or take. We've got quite a lot of.
It's hard to track. There's a lot of people, volunteers. They don't have to check in anymore. They're just coming in and checking.
That's correct.
So
we're trying to sign them in and get them registered and keep track of them as best as possible.
So there's north of 400, 500, 600 people plus. You're thinking. And you said it was important for people to recognize that since we don't have any answers right now, if they find something, you may have to preserve that as evidence. You don't know what happened to him at this point.
Right, it's all beyond the search, right. So we want to make sure that all that information, anything that is found, we want to preserve where it's at. Let the professionals come in and take care of it. So when you find it, point it out to us, preserve it, and we will come in and take a look.
And the importance of that at this stage is what?
Well, should we need an investigation or anything like that, it's a tip for us to be able to run from, or to be able to proceed from. We could bring in a dog, we could do more tracks. You know, it's all those, we just want to preserve everything that we have and it's not tampered with.
And those helicopters, do they have FLIR, or are they looking for heat signatures, or are they just looking by sight?
I'm not sure whether or not they used the FLIR out here today. So I think it has that.
I'm not sure. I don't think I think they're just line of sight.
Just line of sight, okay.
Now, at noon, you said this was still very much a hopeful search. As the hours tick by, what's morale like? How are you guys feeling? It's cold, it's snowing. This boy has been missing going on 24 hours.
Yeah, I can tell you morale remains very high. We're very optimistic. Everybody has got a great attitude, and they're putting forth one heck of an effort to try to find Joshua. So our spirits remain high and our hopes remain high.
In listening to the 911 calls, did this boy make it into the apartment after getting off the bus? Because it sounds like he was getting home from school. Did he ever make it into the apartment for sure?
He did.
Okay.
Yeah, he made it into the apartment.
Do you know if the divers are using some sort of special technology, or are they having just to kind of feel around for something?
So they are using some sonar technology, and they also, when they are physically in the water, it's like you said, it's feeling around.
Describe those conditions for people that might not understand just how difficult that water search is.
Yeah, typically all these retention ponds are very silty. They're murky. There's no, it's totally obscured. You can't see your hand in front of your face. Literally, it's just that murky. So it is. It's cold and it's dark. So literally, that work is done by literally feeling it.
Yeah, if I can add to that, I had an invaluable opportunity to look over his shoulder. One of the guys from Department of Natural Resources worked one of these drones, for lack of a better term. It's pretty impressive. But you know, one of the things too is, even though you could see when you got closer to the bottom, you know, you can see the rocks and the debris and things of that nature. But it does then, you know, you stand a chance of disturbing some of the silt and things of that nature, which makes it murkier. So. It's impressive technology.
I'm sorry, I know you said it right off the top. Will there be any more updates today? Do you plan on any more? Or?
Yes, I believe that we have another scheduled update. What time is that, Barb? No?
We may, yeah, if we have additional information, we may go forward with that update, but we will keep you guys posted on the WhatsApp, I think is where all your communication's coming from. So if we have additional information or a change, we'll get that to you.
We asked earlier about, have you had any response from the family about the search efforts? Has anything changed since the last update?
You know, we were in contact with the family, but you know, as far as any statements or comments or anything like that, I'll be reserved.